G'day guys, one of the new bikes from Earth, T-Rex model. New to me, very new to me, less than 24 hours old. And yeah, it's an awesome piece of kit. Just out here on the soft trails, having a bit of fun, heading through the commute a little bit later on, we'll see how we go. So the bike as it stands is how it came to me. We've got one pannier. Initially I thought it's a bit bizarre to only have the one pannier on it. However, it's also got the carry strap inside, so you can easily clip it on and off and then turn it into a carry bag. When you take it off and you've got it as a shoulder bag, it is fairly deep. It'll take a lot of gear and it just does everything you need. It clips off really easily, similar to the old design systems, and it comes with a small packet of different clamps. You can have it in the lower setting or the higher setting, depending on whether you maybe want to carry a top bag or a top box, and or want to have it on the side. You can buy replacements or a second one at 135 Australian. So with the bike, we'll go through the accessories and have a look around the bike. Instruction manuals goes into quite a lot of depth, outline some of the accessories and bits and pieces. That's the aforementioned plastic clips that you can get. Now this is the charger. Now the charger is a great bit of kit. Obviously you need it to get this bad boy up and running. 48 volts I believe it is. I should probably be able to tell exactly what it is, but we'll get the details up on the screen. This weighs 641 grams, so it's actually not too heavy. Bum bag maybe, backpack definitely an option, pannier no problem at all. Take it with you, charge at locations when you maybe want to do a hotel or a camping expedition and you've got access to the Australian 240 volt, sorry. Other details in here, the shoulder strap as discussed, and a few little velcros for attaching points. Pop that there. On the back it comes the fitment strap, fairly easily removed, like so. And just simple. You want to duck something under there, maybe take the jacket off and put it on, obviously being careful it doesn't foul the wheels. So the bike, controller up on the front, you've got a on off fairly easy, comes on and off with the right hand button, left hand button to adjust through the modes, different settings on the screen depending if you want odometer, how far you've been travelling, how long you've been travelling for, and then positive, you can go up to 5 different power settings or assistance towards your how much power you're getting in torque to go up and down the trails or along the road. You can back it off, put it up, bring it on sort of like economy modes with some of the other bikes. With the plus button, if you hold it on solid, it'll actually turn on the integrated front light. However, the rear light is a separate and a push button, the bonus of that being that it's not required on the internal battery source. So if the bike is flat because you've done a big day of riding or haven't fully charged it or multiple days of riding, you'll still have a reflective rear light, so potentially get you home. I'll be adding an additional light at the front just so I've got that standalone backup option. You go all the way down through to 0, and then further down you'll actually get to a setting called P, and that's to assist you with walking when you're on the path, I guess is probably the best way, or footpath is that case. Adjustable head stem, nice adjustment points up the top there, just for getting the right point. Mudguards are integrated, more commuter style, European if you will. Not a bad bit of kit, like just nicely dialed in, suits the bike, looks very discreet when it's on the street. The battery is embedded in the front stem, fairly solid bash style plate on the front of this as well as down underneath. Nice, it's just going to take a few hits if it needs to. You don't want it to, but if it does. Pedals, very wide, very strong. They will, however, catch when you're going around corners and you get a bit of a grinding side of things. As you can see, still got the stickers of that view front. So it's just an adjustment point, getting used to not having as much go anchoring to some of the other bikes you might get. On the front, shocks really great. Simple lockout to spin it round. Very easy, do it on the fly, nice big handle, with gloves on, without gloves, no problem at all. Velo grips on the front, as well as the head stem from, I guess Neko, perhaps use pronunciation, Promax, sorry. And it just flips up and down, lots of adjustment points, lots of ease, with the seat, very comfortable, nice grips. Not quite, there's a few options you can do for grabbing and resting, probably change those up to something I've already got on one of the older bikes. The aforementioned rack on the back is hanging 15 kilograms, which is pretty awesome. I think something to note though, with the panniers they can be adjusted forward and back on the up or the lower with this design, which is fantastic. However, if you have it too far forward, which an issue was, when you're on the back stroke, if you pedal, your back of your foot catches it and can be a bit messy, especially when you're in traffic. Never cool. Standard old belt, 9 gears. Easy to go up and down, takes a little bit of time if you've never used an e-bike to get the hang of going up and down the hills, but overall pretty fantastic. And one little bag at the front. Initially I was like, oh, I'm not sure if I need that, but it was great. Throw some snacks in there, You can put the phone in there. It's apparently a touch screen or a touch through screen, so a little bit of additional protection. Headphone socket if you're going a little bit old school. There is not a charge point on this. Some bikes will have a little charge point where you can plug a USB in. However, there's plenty of room to put a additional battery in there if you want podcasts, long ride days. Anywhere from 70 to 100 plus kilometers you'll get out of the battery depending on how you ride. It's very loose. If you've got it loaded up with gear, it's more weight. If you've got the lights on, if you're in the higher torque settings, these are all factors that are obviously going to adjust and define. And if you're going up the hills a lot, or if you're just cruising, it is a heavier bike, so of course, you know, you'll notice it. Side stands integrated, which is a fantastic option. Very simple. Most of the bikes, most of the classes, straightforward. And that's about it. The additional details will throw up on the screen as to how big the battery is. One key bonus, or many bonuses, it's got multiple mount points for fluids, water, food if you want to, as well as in the back end and all in the front. You can also get an additional battery which you can hook on. I believe it's a 700 amp battery, or milliamp. Again, terminology is not great, still getting into this e-bike, but you can put an additional one on the back, and so you've got that additional battery really extending out the range beyond a lot of the options out there. So they've really covered off a lot of different bike riding, just little fine touches that really make a huge difference. Even just having the backlight not integrated, so you do have to think about putting it on. However, once it is on, it's not going to you're not going to be compromised. It's going to have that extra layer of safety towards the back. And that's about it. Other details we'll get into. We're going to go hit the trails. Cheers.